Hello everyone. In this class, we will study Lyginopteris, the features and reproductive structure of Lyginopteris, and classification. First, start with classification. So classification लिखते हैं पहले. Classification. So classification. Kingdom, clade, division, class, order, family, genus, order, family, genus, and species. Some species. Kingdom, Plantae. Clade, Trachyophyta. Trachyophyta. Division, Pterido, Spermatophyta. Class, Lyginopteridopsida or Cycadopsida. Lyginopteridopsida or Cycadopsida. Cycadopsida. Order, Hills. Lyginopteridales. Lyginopteridales. Pteridospermales. In order का हमेशा लास्ट में एल्स है. फैमिली का सिया और ऑर्डर का क्लास का लास्ट में सीडा रहेगा, ऑप्सिडा, और ऑर्डर का एल्स रहेगा और फैमिली का जीनेसिया ऐसे करके लास्ट में सी यही रहेगा. टेरिडोस्पर्मेल्स. साइकाडोफिलिकल्स. साइकाडोफिलिकल्स. फैमिली लाइजिनोप्टेरिडेसिया. जीनस लाइजिनोप्टेरिस. और कैलीमेथोथिका उसको ये भी बोला जाता है. स्पीसीज में लाइजिनोप्टेरिस ओल्डहामिया. ओल्डहामियाना और लाइजिनोप्टेरिस ऑस्ट्रियाका. लाइजिनोप्टेरिस रॉयली. The genus Lyginopteris is also known as Lyginopteris का दूसरा नाम है लाइजिनोडेंड्रॉन. लेपिडोडेंड्रॉन नहीं, लाइजिनोडेंड्रॉन. लेपिडोडेंड्रॉन दूसरा था, लाइजिनोटेरिस को हटा के डेंड्रॉन, लाइजिनोडेंड्रॉन. इसके बाद इसका एक्सटर्नल फीचर्स होते हैं. एक्सटर्नल फीचर्स. External features of Lyginopteris. The plant have been recognized as climbers. The stem was long. Stem है long and aerial. Ranging from 2 millimeter to 4 centimeter in diameter. ब्रांचिंग हैज बीन रिपोर्टेड इन सम केसेस, कुछ केसेस में, कुछ स्पीसीज में कभी कभार ब्रांचिंग भी रिपोर्ट किया गया। प्रेजेंस ऑफ एडवेंटिटियस एंड प्रॉपर रूट्स हैव बीन रिपोर्टेड टू बी प्रेजेंट इन वीक स्टेम्स। जो वीक स्टेम्स है उसमें कुछ एडवेंटिटियस और प्रॉप रूट्स भी फाउंड है, रिपोर्टेड किया गया है, हैज बीन रिपोर्टेड। प्लांट्स कंटेन large number of spirally arranged leaves, spirally arranged leaves which were bipinnate or tripinnate. Presence of spines is a characteristic feature which perhaps help in climbing. जो spines present है help करता है climbing. Spines were present both on stem and leaves. Stem और leaf दोनों में present था spines. The pinnae had pinnules or leaflets and were present at right angles to the rachis. The petiole and the rachis. इसमें spines present था, spines were present both in both stem and leaves. पिन्ना, जो पिन्ना था पिन्यूल्स और लीफलेट्स बोला जाता है, और वेर प्रेजेंट एट राइट एंगल्स टू द रैचेस। द पेटियोल एंड रैचेस वेर अटैच्ड टू विद द कैपिटेड ग्लैंड। कैपिटेड ग्लैंड है, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये इसका फीचर है आइडेंटिफिकेशन का, कैपिटेट ग्लैंड्स। स्टेम्स का डिटेल में स्टडी करेंगे। द स्टेम pieces are well preserved in the European and American coal bombs in the form of petrification. Coal form, coal balls, जो पैलियोबोटनी का जो फॉसिल्स का पार्ट है, इन फॉर्मिंग पेट्रिफिकेशंस एंड कंप्रेशंस इस फॉर्म में मिला गया। रिकंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन ऑफ स्टेम, जो ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन का रिकंस्ट्रक्शन किया गया तो देखा गया, क्लियरली डिपिक्ट्स प्रेजेंस ऑफ मेजार्क साइफनो स्टील along with a well developed centrally located pith. जिसका डायग्राम है पेरिडर्म आउटसाइड में, जो यहाँ पे पेरिडर्म पाया गया, कॉर्टेक्स जो उसके अंदर वाला लेयर है, प्राइमरी जाइलम, फिर पिथ, सेंटर में जो है पिथ, सेकेंडरी वुड, स्क्लेरोटिक नेस्ट्स, लीफ ट्रेसेस। प्राइमरी स्ट्रक्चर, प्राइमरी स्ट्रक्चर of the stem. The transverse section of the stem are nearly circular in outline. Next to the epidermis is the outer cortex, which consists of radially broadened fibrous strands that form a vertical network. Vertical network or net-like structure. In the meshes of the network are the parenchymatous cells. Parenchymatous cells find as this system of fibrous strands affords mechanical strength to the weak stems. The pith is large and parenchymatous. Some thick-walled cells called skeletic nests. some thick walled cells called sclerotic. Nests are scattered throughout the pith. Leaf traces. A leaf trace arises by the tangential division of the choline strand, vascular bundle of the stem. The strand transverses through the secondary root and the cortex and divides into two in the inner cortex. The two strands again will unite at the base of the petiole to form V-shaped leaf trace. V-shaped leaf trace. सेकेंडरी प्राइमरी स्ट्रक्चर हो गया, अब सेकेंडरी स्ट्रक्चर of the secondary structure of the stem exhibits the presence of periderm. जो periderm अभी देखे थे, यहाँ periderm just inner to the two cortical layers. The primary phloem gets crushed, and inner to this is present the cylinder of the secondary vascular tissue which surrounds the primary xylem. Presence of many secondary medullary rays have been reported. Secondary vascular tissues are interrupted by leaf traces. Several large and small cells are alternatively present in the secondary phloem. Cambium and secondary xylem are located inner to the secondary phloem. Anatomy of leaf. Leaf of Lyginopteris oldemania was described as Spinoteris hoyngiosi. इसको जो Lyginopteris oldemia उसको ये नाम से फाइंड किया गया, स्फेनोटेरिस। लीफ का नाम है स्फेनोटेरिस होसी, डबल आई, स्फेनोटेरिस होइंग्यूसी। बिफोर द कनेक्शन बिटवीन स्टेम एंड लीफ वाज डिस्कवर्ड, उसके पहले ये इसका नाम स्फेनोटेरिस होइंग्यूसी था। जब स्टेम और लीफ का कनेक्शन नहीं पता था। द लीव्स वेयर रिपोर्टेड टू बी अबाउट 50 सेंटीमीटर इन लेंथ। 50 सेंटीमीटर लेंथ में लीव्स वेयर circulately rolled with petiolate base. Entire leaf was covered with hairs and glands. Epidermis of leaf was cutinized on the adaxial upper surface and stomata were present only on adaxial lower surface. जो एपिडर्मिस था क्यूटिनाइज्ड on the adaxial upper surface. Stomata were present only the lower surface. Stomata only on lower side or surface. Lower surface of leaf. The length was 50 centimeter. Then the anatomy of fruit. of root. A transverse section. Transverse section is roughly circular outline. It has an outer cortex made up of made up of two or three layers of thin-walled cells. The cells had scanty contents. Next to the outer cortex is a comparatively wide inner cortex. Those cells were also parenchymatous, but were full of dense contents. Chymatous. The inner cortex, whose cells were also parenchymatous. Cortex. Parenchymatous cells था, but full of full of dense contents. Dense contents. Reproductive structures. Regarding the reproductive feature of Lyginopteris, there is no doubt that it is heterosporous and heterothallic. Heterosporous and heterothallic. It bears seeds. The seeds and ovules are enclosed within protective structures called cupules. The seeds and ovules. These seeds and ovules protective enclosed within protective structures. Protective structures called the cupules. 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 These cupules have been found in connection with the fronds and also bore capitate glands. Capitate glands. Special unique character of Lyginopteris. It is which confirms their connection with the type of species. The seeds and ovules were described under a separate name, Lyginostoma, जो है इसका नाम है Lyginostoma, Lyginostoma lomaxi. Lyginostoma lomaxi. The dispute is regarding the pollen organs on the microsporangia that have been described under the name Prosotheca. Prosotheca. तो सीड और ओव्यूल था, उसका नाम ये लिखा रखा गया था, सीड एंड ओव्यूल्स का, लाइजिनोस्टोमा लोमैक्सी. द प्रोसोथिका was discovered by Kidston. ये Kidston discovered by Kidston in the form of impressions in connection with the fronds. जीनस स्फेनोटेरिस होएंगे ना, जो लीव्स था उसका कनेक्शन में, which is the frond of Lyginopteris oldhamia. Hence, Prosotheca is now regarded as the microsporangium of this species. The Crossotheca is found in the form of impressions. Impressions. Now microsporangium. The microsporangia are borne on the ultimate branches of the frond. The pinnules in these ultimate branches become flattened with slight development of lomaxy and bore peripheral pendant and elongate sporangia. The microsporangia is about 3 mm. These are 3 mm long and bilocular. जो माइक्रोस्पोर अल्टीमेट ब्रांचेस में are born on ultimate branches of the frond. The pinnules in these ultimate branches become flattened with slight development of lamina and bore peripheral pendant and elongated sporangia. The microsporangium is about 3 mm long and bilocular. And bilocular. The microspores show a number of cells whose identity cannot be made out. They have triradiate markings, trilate. The sporangia lack annulus and resemble those of cycas. On descent, the microspores were probably carried by wind, and some of them were lodged directly on the pollen chambers. They did not develop into pollen tubes, as no evidence of their formation is available up to date. Now the ovule. The ovule under the seed. Seed were characterized to be small. Seed were small, barrel-shaped structure ranging from 5 to 6 millimeter in length and 4 millimeter in width. Every seed was covered and protected by cupule present at the end of slender rachis. Rachis was itself covered by glands and hair as seen in leaves and stem. The seeds and the cupules have been reported only in the petrified condition. Singular vascular bundle of the rachis is divided into about 10 vascular strands. These vascular strands transversed laterally into the cupule. Several glands have been found to be present on outer surface of the lobed cupule. The seed, named as Lyginostoma lomaxi, जैसे इसका सीड और लीफ सीड और ओव्यूल्स का नाम था लाइजिनोस्टोमा लोमैक्सी. Was found to be orthotropous. ये orthotropous था. The nucellus was free at the tip. However, during later stages of development, it was surrounded by a bell-shaped pollen chamber or Lyginostoma. The ovule was surrounded by two layers on outer hard stony layer and inner fleshy layer. Ovule surrounded by two layers. Outer hard stony layer and inner fleshy layer. Seeds have also been reported to exhibit similarity with seeds of cycad. साइकट्स के साथ कुछ सिमिलरिटी से रहता है। ये था। तो क्लासिफिकेशंस पढ़े, लाइजोप्टेरिस का डायग्राम समझे। एक्सटर्नल फीचर्स था क्लाइंबर्स, स्टेम आइडियल साइज उसका, फिर स्टेम, स्टेम प्राइमरी स्ट्रक्चर, स्टेम सेकेंडरी स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ स्टेम्स, एनाटॉमी ऑफ लीफ, anatomy of roots, reproductive structures, and microsporangia. The virulent seed is surrounded by the two layers. Thank you, everyone, and we do in the next class.